Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, as you guys are aware, the relationship between MJ and Scottie Pippen is completely deteriorated, and I believe a lot of that has come from Scottie Pippen's side, and I think a lot of people will agree with what I just said. Ever since the docuseries The Last Dance was published in 2020, Scottie Pippen has made it his business to go on a personal crusade to take a shot at Michael Jordan at every single chance that he has. Every single opportunity that comes his way, he takes advantage of it. His most recent comments, which are probably his most outlandish comments to date, was when he said that before he got to Chicago, Michael Jordan wasn't a very good basketball player. That's the one where I think he lost everybody, of course, with the exception of the Nick Wrights of the world and the Shannon Sharps. So these are the type of people that will hold on to that type of nonsense and try to make a mountain out of a molehill and, make some type of argument out of that type of nonsense. But long story short, Scottie Pippen hasn't been a fan of MJ. Now, one of the arguments that I've noticed some people out there who have unsuccessfully tried to argue against Michael Jordan's GOAT status is some of them like to say, oh, well, MJ could not win until Scottie Pippen got there. This is what happens when you're arguing with bad faith actors. They use an argument against MJ that if applied against their favorite player would yield the same result. But nevertheless, they're so foolish that they still use it. Scottie Pippen, essentially what they were saying is until Scottie Pippen got there, i.e. until Michael Jordan got some help, he wasn't able to win. So who's the player that won without help? Nobody. But the irony is when these people make this argument, they somehow feel like they're saying something. And I got to tell you guys, I know that there's some people out there that disagree with the content that we produce, which is totally fine. It's your right. You don't have to like the content that we publish on this channel. My only request is if you guys are going to go out there and look for people that support your views and turn these people into your spokespeople, at least get people that can reason above a 5th grade level, please, above an 8th grade level. Get some guys that actually know how to use logic and reason properly. Some of the arguments that I've been hearing on the internet are just flat out embarrassing. And some people run around parroting it as if these people are saying something innovative, which to me is just absolutely incredible. So this morning I was doing some research, and I came across an article from fadeawayworld.net. And in this article, it features some comments that Scottie Pippen made about himself during his rookie and sophomore seasons in the NBA, where he was essentially saying he didn't take basketball seriously. But before we get into those comments, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's a sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let's get into this article here. It starts off by saying the Chicago Bulls didn't ensure nearly a decade of championship success by just drafting Michael Jordan in 1984. They got key secondary piece around MJ in 1987 when they traded for Scottie Pippen's draft rights from the Seattle Supersonics. Pippen ultimately became arguably the greatest co-star the NBA has ever seen, but he struggled to adapt to the life of an NBA superstar his first 2 seasons in the league. He openly admitted the same in a sports biography by sports biography Ronald Lazenby. My first year or two, I admit that I messed around a lot. I partied, enjoyed my wealth, and didn't take basketball as seriously as I should have. I'm sure a lot of rookies did the same thing I did. You're not used to the limelight or being put in a great situation financially. Pippen averaged 11 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists on 46.7% shooting from the field and 63.4% shooting from the free throw line his first 2 seasons with the Chicago Bulls. By his 4th season, the Bulls were hosting the NBA champion as Pippen averaged 20.8 points per game, 9.4 rebounds, and 6.6 assists in the 1991 NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers. Why are we covering this story? Well, the reason we're covering this story is because a lot of people have tried to make this argument of, oh, Michael Jordan is not as great as you people make him out to be. You guys are just riding Jordan, blah, 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 blah. He's not really great. Give some other people credit. I mean, come on. What do you expect from him? I mean, like, come on. If he's not the GOAT, why couldn't he win? Okay, so you heard Scottie Pippen's averages for the first 2 years of his NBA career. Let me give you Jordan's averages for the first 2 years of his NBA career. He averaged, as a rookie, 28.2 points per game, 0.8 blocks, 2.4 steals, 5.9 assists, 6.5 rebounds on 84.5% shooting from the free throw line, 17% from the 3. I think he did. I'm not sure how many threes he attempted. I can check that quickly. He shot 51% from the field. The next year, I think, is the year he hurt himself. He broke his leg, if I'm not mistaken. He averaged 22.7. So let me ask you guys a question. You could tell from the onset that when MJ came into the league, he was very, very serious about basketball. Now, let's go to the year when Scottie Pippen came into the league. In 1987, 1988, let's look at the year Jordan. Let's look at what Jordan averaged that year. Well, that season, while Scottie Pippen was a rookie, Jordan averaged 35 points per game, 1.6 blocks, 3.2 steals, 5.9 assists, 5.5 rebounds per game, 84% shooting from the free throw line, 13% shooting from the 3. 53% shooting from the field while playing a career high 40 minutes per game. So, for the people that said Jordan couldn't win without Scottie, yeah, you're absolutely right. How could you win with somebody putting up those type of numbers? Who would win with somebody like that? Who? And I'm willing to say if Scottie had taken basketball a little bit more seriously at the beginning of his career, maybe they would have been able to win more championships. Just maybe. So for the people talking about, oh, Jordan couldn't win before Scottie Pippen got there, let me ask you guys a question. What exactly was Scottie Pippen giving Jordan when he was there? Like, help me figure it out. What was Scottie Pippen giving Michael Jordan when he got there? And this is the part I don't understand with these clowns. They talk as if Scottie Pippen came and was doing amazing things. He wasn't doing a damn thing his first 2 years in the NBA. And by the way, those people are going to talk about, oh, Jordan's bad three-point shooting percentage. Well, I'll give you I got the numbers here. First year in the NBA, he attempted 52 threes for the season. He made 9. Second year, he attempted 18 threes for the season. He made 3. Third year, he attempted 66 threes and made 12. Fourth year, he attempted 53 threes and made 7. So you could clearly see that Jordan wasn't interested in taking threes, and I can understand why, because he clearly didn't need to. averaging 37 points per game. I don't think there was any need for him to take threes. And obviously, he improved his three-point shooting percentage as the years went on. One year, he shot 42% from the three-point line for an entire season. In that season, he attempted 260 threes. Another season, he shot 37.4% from the 37.4% from the three. He attempted 297 threes. So obviously, Michael Jordan can shoot the threes if it was something he decided to focus on anyway. So for the people out there saying that Jordan couldn't win before Scottie Pippen got there, what was Scottie Pippen doing when he got there? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Now, I put up a poll on the channel before producing the show, and of course, there's a reason we put it up. We asked the audience, who's the better all-time player between these two greats? Scottie Pippen and Dwayne Wade. Out of the people that voted in just under, I'm going to say less than an hour, because this poll hasn't been up for very long, in 38 minutes, 1,400 people have voted, 60% in favor of Dwayne Wade, 40% in favor of Scottie Pippen. 40%. And it's clear to me that Dwayne Wade was the better all-time player. Imagine if Michael Jordan had a player of the caliber on the level of a Dwayne Wade at the 3 spot. Imagine how many more chips he would have won. Not saying that Scottie Pippen is not a legitimate top 50 guy, not a legitimate top 75 guy, but obviously they're levels. I think we'd all agree, right? They're levels. Michael Jordan's top 75. Dwayne Wade is top 75. But obviously they're levels, right? Imagine if he had somebody on the caliber of Dwayne Wade's at the level of Dwayne Wade. Imagine how many championships he would have won. So listen, I'm going to close out my thoughts by saying this. This is just another example of why people that like to make this argument are flat out morons. They don't even know what the hell they were talking about. The moment Scottie Pippen started taking basketball seriously is when Michael Jordan really got some damn help. Because clearly you can't point to Jordan's production and say, well, Jordan wasn't good enough. He clearly was. The issue was Scottie Pippen was not. Clearly. So it had nothing to do with Jordan's lack of abilities. Jordan won his first championship alongside Scottie Pippen. So to me, listen, there's absolutely no argument I can think of. I mean, there are people who will argue with it. Some people that think Wilt is the GOAT and other people. But to me, I don't think there's any sound argument one could make for Jordan not being the greatest player of all time. I just don't see it. It's like the easiest debate to win. The easiest argument. I just don't see it. So there you guys go. This is the guy that Jordan couldn't win without until he got there. Imagine. He said until he got to the bull. Look what he was giving the Bulls. A bunch of bull on the court. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.